Hello to everyone. Hi, here Enrico Benzoni, and with me there's Claudio Ghedini.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Today we will discuss about Cloud SOAR, and we give you an overview of what is the SOAR and how you can use this tool to improve your incident response plan, saving a lot of time of your analyst. Please use the box for some question that you have. I will start giving you an overview of what is SOAR, where it starts, the main capabilities. Then Claudio show you the platform in order to give you an overview of the power of the SOAR. The main capabilities, the flexibility, because you can build your own processes based on your business. Every business is different from it. Others, and the flexibility is a key point, and the overall control of every process is another very interesting thing. Let me introduce where the SOAR starts. SOAR starts after the receiving of alerts, and the main tool that generates alerts and insights is the SIG. After the receiving of alerts, start immediately an enrichment and investigation, and here you boost the automation because you can achieve many different tools thanks to the automation, orchestrating the others tool in automatic. And you can collect every information, every data you obtain it with third-party tools inside the case manager, and your analyst and the cyber team have all information in one place to take decisions. So this is very powerful and permit you contain and remediate in a faster way because you have the knowledge of what happened. And the SOAR minimize the response time, reduce the analyst fatigue, and improve the efficiency and consistency of overall SOC. So basically, you can improve the standard operating procedures because you can create different processes, we call it playbooks, that are very useful because for every action of every tool, you can decide if they have to be activated in automatic or after a manual execution, or if they have to be manual. So you can decide whatever you want, and you allow your cyber team to follow the same procedure. This is just some integration we have, and you can use the product, your products in streamlined workflow, and you can create also, thanks to the open integration framework, many types of actions from enrichment, notification, schedule, and then you have custom, so many different node that you can add to your process. This is just an overview. I will give you an overview of phishing playbook. Basically, when you receive an alert that a potential phishing attack, the SOAR identify that is a phishing attack and suggest the related playbook to your analyst. And this playbook should be activated, and in automatic can enrich the alert, checking the IP geolocalization of phishing domain, taking the phishing domain screenshot, send a notification, and arrive at the first box that in which the machine, so the machine learning, identify if it is malicious or not. And in this case, the playbook go up because the threat is real, and then make another enrichments and another notification and arrive at this important box that is the user choice. This user choice appear also in the SecOps dashboard. That is the place in which the analysts have their task that they have to perform. And in this case, the analysts click on Cisco umbrella, and the SOAR orchestrate the Cisco umbrella action in order to block the domain. And finally, this playbook contains a manual task that is automatically assigned to another analyst in order to review the incident and close it. So in overall action that are in this playbook, just 2 tasks has been activated by the human. So this is show you just an example of the save time that you can have. And you can improve the response time, because just 4 minutes, you can respond this time. Now, let me introduce the 6th point that Claudio is showing to you. So the open integration framework, incident management capabilities, and case management. The 3rd point that is my favorite, that is the SecOps dashboard that contain all the tasks of the analyst. Then the triage machine learning and supervised active intelligence that helps the cyber team. And finally, the customizable dashboard and incident reports that improve the communication between all the team. So Claudio, please give us an overview showing the path.
Okay, thank you, Enrico. So as Enrico mentioned, these are the 6 points that I want to highlight today, starting for the Open Integration Framework, OIF. That is the inside the platform where you can manage, customize, and even create the integration with third-party technologies. So going inside the platform, this is the section, the integration section, where you can see the integration that are available in this instance. By clicking on one of that, you can see all the actions that are available for that integration. All the actions are color-coded, as you see, as Enrico showed before in the example of the playbook. You will find the same color in the playbook when using that action. From here, you can see the code in clear, selecting the language that you will highlight the portion of the code that you can, so it's better to see the different portion of the code of the action. With all the input and output that the action provides. We support 4 languages, Python, PowerShell, Bash, and Perl. Mainly we develop in Python for different reasons, for security and performance reasons mainly. From here, you can even add some portion of the code on the fly, then just save it, and the action will be ready with your changes. And by clicking on the name of the action, you can test that, adding the proper parameters that can be different for each action, and see the outcome of the action before applying it in a playbook. The second point are the incident management capability, the playbooks, and case management function of the platform. So going back here, this is an example of a playbook used to analyze this specific incident, but you can have many different playbooks here. So you can just in the playbook section see the different playbook, editing that is all graphical. So you can, for example, move all the boxes around, editing the parameters for that action, add a new action. These are the 5 types that we support: enrichment, containment, custom, notification, and scheduled action. For each type, you can see all the action available. You can refine, for example, for the name. When you have selected the appropriate action that you want to add, you can select the input from an incident field, or this incident artifact that are, let me say, variables that are available in each incident to store information related to the analysis that you can use in each step for further analysis. Or you can get any input or output parameters result that you get from any previous action that you have in the playbook before the one that you are creating. This is just an example, so we will get as an input the output of the previous action. You can create a task, so where you can describe the activity that should be performed by the analyst with all the details, so the analyst can take in charge and perform all the action that are described there. So you want, in that case, that analyst perform some manual action. You can have a condition that represent the if then else check. So the playbook can automatically choose a path to be followed, or the user choice, where you set a question, pose a question to the analyst, and you can provide as many answer as you want, and any answer will correspond to a different path. We have the filter to filter some output of the action that we can before, or the nested playbook. Nested playbook are very useful, so you can reuse in the function playbook are used in many different other workflows. So when you have decided which type of action you want to add, you can reconnect them, so create a new path for the playbook, and that's also all graphical, as you see. And in this case, when the master playbook will stop here, execute the child playbook, and then proceed to the next task. Inside the incident, there are many sections where you can track information related to the incident. There are the notes where the analyst can add the notes for every step of the analysis. The list of the tasks, if there are any that are created, will be presented here, and the entities that are all the IOCs that are automatically vested during the analysis. There are different types: domain, URL, hash, values, IPs, etc. So these are automatically vested during the analysis, but you can add manually by pressing here. You can add another one. For each entity, you can see if there is involved in other incidents, so you can check maybe the analysis that have been done there. Or if any action has been executed in this incident, you can check here the result in JSON format, for example, so you can collect any result, any detail that you want directly from here related to this IOC. This is the one example. You can see the parameters for which this action has been executed, and even launch a manual action on that entity. In the documentation section, there is the different part that you can use. So, for example, you can add attachment, you can create a report, detailed reporting for the incident, or in activity log, you can check the details of each step done automatic or manually. You can see the start time of each action, check all the details, and yeah, see all the story of what has been done in the incident. The third point is the SecOps dashboard. Here you can see an example is the home section of the platform, where the analyst can check all the activity which is involved into. And this is an example. So starting again from a playbook, these are some blinking action, as you see, that are displayed in the My SecOps dashboard. This is an example of a user choice. You can see the analyst here can see the incident that comes from, see the question that has been created, and all the possible answer. So we can say yes, no additional investigation required, escalate to L2, or escalate to Network Operations Center. These are just an example. You can add as many answers as you want, and all answer correspond to a different path. We can have also manual action, so and task from that will be displayed here. So this is the user choice. So as you see in the second, the different path. In the second, we have a task. So when the analyst choose this path, automatically the task is assigned, and it will be displayed here in the My SecOps dashboard. The analyst can check here the details. Obviously, you can customize it, the priority, the end time, so how much time is remaining to complete this task. And this can be tracked also here, who assigned the task to who. And from here, you can approve and close or decline by clicking on the name. Obviously, you can check more details about it going inside the incident. These are all the fields that you can have, you can customize as well. So by taking in charge, you can, for example, edit and track the progress of the task. This is reflected here and obviously on my SecOps dashboard. So the analyst can see which is the status of this task. And from here, he can close when it's done or reassign to another colleague, for example, or another team. So here, the analyst can check and see all the activity which is involved in without going inside any step of the playbook. Point number 4 is the triage, machine learning, and supervised integrity intelligence. So we consider that time is a very valuable asset. So with Cloud SOAR, we provide what we call supervised active intelligence, and we have two phases, main phases. So the first one is to eliminate the false positive to the triage capability of the platform. So you can create incidents only for the real threats. And phase 2 is allowing analysts to make the right decision by recommending the most relevant playbook to solve that specific threat. Point number 5 is the highly customizable dashboard and KPI functionality of the platform. So this is, you see here an example. Here are some other graphic example of graphical widget that you can customize in your dashboard. Each user can customize his own data to be displayed, so each user can display only the data that is interested in. And the last point, it's the incident report capability of the platform. So reports are very helpful to improve the communication within the team and also with external teams and stakeholders. So through the Cloud SOAR, you can create a very quick report and detail in less than a minute. Is a way to collect information very easily, so you can create reports with all the IOC's details, the timeline, and all the action that has been executed to contain and to solve that incident. Reports are high level of customization, so you can build your own template for the report and also generate report in different formats. And this is very helpful to improve communication and improve your incident response. I want to highlight that also Cloud SOAR is multi-tenancy native platform, so it will help also to provide incident response and SOC services. We have a centralized management with aggregating reporting and high visibility on tenants. We can propagate standards to master tenants. Standards we mean playbook, custom field, other common information within each tenant. You can have horizontal and vertical scalability to ensure excellent performance. Point number 5 is very important. Is we have the physical data segregation between each customer, and also you can have the disaster recovery features. So I will stop here and let Enrico.
Thank you to everybody. So we have seen the open integration framework that allow you to integrate whatever you want through APIs and others, incident management capabilities, playbooks and case managers, SecOps dashboard, triage, machine learning, and supervised active intelligence. And then finally, customizable dashboard incident reports. Please, if you have any question, contact us at sales@sumologic.com, and we will be happy to set up a demo for you. Thank you very much for attending this webinar, and see you. Bye bye.